Hello group, welcome to Action Rack Corner. I'm your host Richard May. Today we're talking about Michael Schenker and his tribute to his career in UFO, my years with UFO. And he basically brings in a bunch of guest singers, a handful of guest guitarists to join him. As you know, Michael Schenker was the guitarist, or the lead guitarist in UFO in the 70s, their peak period, as Michael tells you in the liner notes. But never mind that. And it's a really nice album, but do you need it? That's the question. Because the 11 tracks there are all found on this Essential UFO Best Of collection. So there's no deep cuts from UFO on this record. It's just 11 of the best songs, which is all found on this Best Of, the Essential UFO. So there's no really unexpected surprises. He stretched out Rock Bottom by 5 minutes over the studio version found here. And a couple other songs he stretched out by like a half a minute or a minute. But basically, this is quite faithful to what you find here, minus 5 songs. Okay? So do you need to have this? I've owned this for a number of months since it came out. I wasn't really going to review it, but I saw a notice for it online on Google or somewhere, and I remembered, oh, I own that, but I did not review that, and I like it. I spent yesterday listening to it, spent this morning listening to it. It's an old friend. These 11 songs are all old friends. That's not what I was reaching for. Old friends like National Thing, Only You Can Rock Me, Doctor Doctor, Mother Mary, Fizz Kids, Love to Love, Lights Out, Rock Bottom, Too Hot to Handle, Let It Roll, Shoot Shoot. I told you, they're old friends of ours. If you're a UFO fan, those 11 songs are old friends. You know them pretty much inside and out. Now there's slight variations, and of course there's different singers. There's not Phil Mogg singing. You get T. Snider from Twisted Sister singing National Thing. You want to hear T. Snider sing again? I think its sell-by date was decades ago. And I like T. Snider. But after the videos on MTV, that was it for, well, I like the Christmas record. But basically Twisted Sister became a novelty act after that. How about Troy Tempest from Europe singing Only You Can Rock Me? Is that a must-hear for you? There he is, Troy Tempest. Lynn Turner sings 2 songs here. Sings Doctor Doctor, and he sings Too Hot to Handle. You need to hear some Lynn Turner? Got 2. There's no Glenn Hughes here. Was Glenn Hughes busy? I thought that was Glenn Hughes' career was singing on everybody's H.E.A.T record. And it is Glenn Hughes. Damn, he's a good singer. You don't hear your Glenn Hughes, you're missing out for classic rock, okay? Even you think you don't know who he is. Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. He got hired by some good people. Slash stops by for some guitar on Mother Mary with Erik Gronwall from H.E.A.T. Capital letters, H.E.A.T. And a recent singer in Skid Row. What about Biff Byford from Saxon? Sax is another band. It's sell by date for me. I own most all of it. But once Oliver and Dawson left the band and formed their own band, I liked them better than Saxon, but maybe it's just me. Axl Rose. Come on, Axl Rose. You gotta hear Axl Rose sing Love to Love, don't you? I thought it was brilliant that he replaced Brian Johnson, AC/DC, for a tour. He was good at that. Another one, other than Appetite for Destruction and the H.E.A.T records, Spaghetti Incident. Whatever. Jeff Scott Soto from Yngwie Malmsteen's early records. Lights Out. Guy Hansen from Halloween and Camo Ray. He's doing Rock Bottom. How about Stephen Pearcy from Ratt? He does Shoot Shoot to end it. If any of that gets you excited, it's on YouTube. Find on YouTube, Michael Schenker, My Years with UFO. Okay? But if you buy physical, you get a neat booklet too. Some nice illustrations. The liner notes is immodest, is how I would put it. Maybe all true. Michael Schenker is a hell of a guitar player and a pretty good songwriter. I don't think he'd get a bag of chips too. But, you love your Michael Schenker. You already own this if you're that into Michael Schenker. But if you're into a UFO, you need a fresh take. It's a fresh take, but faithful take, largely. The other person singing a song, Let It Roll, Michael Foss. He did this nice H.E.A.T record to Rick Buffett from Status Quo after he died. I like this record. He co-produces this record with Michael. So, pretty good. I don't know if I'm familiar with the rest of Michael Foss's career. He has one. His bands are not. It was on one record I like with a Hawkwind connection. I forget what it was. It's over there in my Hawkwind shelf. But nice job. So that's my point. Old friends, not And of course, it's Martin Productions, so you want to hear these 11 tracks with 21st century production and mixing and engineering, here you are. Okay? But no Phil Mogg. To me, Phil Mogg is UFO. You got Phil, I don't care what Phil Mogg calls it. If he's there, it's UFO. Just me. You may notice behind me there's some Phil Mogg, Mogg Ray, and Mogg's Motel. It's UFO. That's all there is to it. Phil Mogg is UFO. And because a lot of people forgot UFO after Michael Schenker left. I don't think you should. I think all UFO, anything with Phil Mogg, is good material. So that's my opinion. You really don't need to hear Phil Mogg re-record with Michael Schenker. That's okay. But I'm not that excited by any of the guest singers here. You might. Your mileage may vary. Maybe you're all hot and bothered about hearing T. Snider sing Natural Thing, or hear Joe Lynn Turner basically try out for the Michael Schenker group, or Biff Byford. Why not? Or Hansen, or Stephen Pearcy from Ratt. Nice record, old friends. I enjoyed my day running errands, with that being piped directly in my ears through headphones, and my mobile thing for when I go elsewhere, and my stereo. All three formats, I listened to it and I enjoyed it. But is this really necessary? Up to you. On YouTube, Michael Schenker, My Years with UFO. That's my review. That's my warning. Gotta love it. With asterisk. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell. Leave a comment. Go listen to My Years with UFO. And come back and tell us what you think. And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, and classic and legacy bands, you come back here. And thank you for watching. And go listen to some fresh music. Even if it's a variation of music we love already for years, for 50 years. That's what it says underneath that, right? 50th anniversary celebration. I'm not young anymore. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. So, that's what I got. Fresh music, fresh food. It's important. We'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.